So do I think Bronny belong in the league? Hell no. He ain't that good. He ain't even that good to be playing overseas against them overseas players.
Bronny James just broke the internet, and not in a good way. Sideline chaos, coaches pushing him, critics blasting him, and even LeBron confronting him courtside. Drafted 55th in 2024, Bronny's stats are brutal too. 1.1 A assists, 29% shooting, yet he scored a 7-9 and guaranteed deal thanks to LeBron's influence and Rich Paul's maneuvering. The footage screams one thing: legacy doesn't guarantee readiness. Are the James family dreams colliding with harsh reality?
To the sideline with his injury. Luka's in pretty deep, kicks it into the corner. Bronny getting the start tonight. Has seen plenty of action.
Bronny James just went viral for all the wrong reasons. Lakers coach J.J. Rake erupted courtside after Bronny passed up an open jumper, screaming about the explosive ball and his Zoo 5 mentality. In 10 minutes, Bronny took just 2 shots, a stat nearly unheard of for any aspiring NBA player. The clip blew up instantly, sparking memes, hot takes, and debates. Accountability or public humiliation? One thing's clear: Bronny's struggles are now impossible to ignore.
He wouldn't do that with nobody else.
I feel you.
If this was not LeBron James' son, the Lakers would not take the time to build with him and invest the time and the resources that they're doing if this wasn't LeBron James' son. Yeah. They're only doing this out of nepotism.
Charleston White blasts Bronny's NBA path as pure nepotism. No sugar, just...
Bronny James going to the NBA. He only averaged 4 points a game in college. He got a guaranteed contract for $7 million as a rookie, which is not heard of. You don't think that's taking food out of somebody else's plate? He didn't earn it.
Bronny's USC freshman year, underwhelming for 8 points, 2 A rebounds, 2 assists, 6% shooting, numbers that normally spell undrafted. Yet nepotism played its hand. After the Riotic blow-up, Bronny claimed he'd focus on off-ball play, crediting tough love, and flashed improvement: 15 points, 8 assists, 4 rebounds in a G League win. Weeks later, he clashed again with a coach and walked off mid-game, posting a stat line that screamed struggle over control.
So do I think Bronny belong in the league? Hell no. He ain't that good. He ain't even that good to be playing overseas against them overseas players. Bronny need to be a high school assistant basketball coach or a PE teacher somewhere. But he ain't good enough to play in no more league.
No punches thrown, just words. But Bronny James' verbal blow-ups went viral, igniting a storm. Social media exploded. Some hailed Rake's tough love. Others slammed it as public humiliation. Critics like Wami Brown and Chandler Parsons roasted Bronny as pure nepotism, while supporters argued LeBron was just a protective dad. The debate has transcended basketball, fueling a cultural war over privilege, opportunity, and legacy.
But we think we do.
You just hit it on the head. Bronny James, it was a big debate about that, nepotism and getting it out the mud. A lot of people, majority of black people, we value getting it out of the mud instead of somebody in our family helping us, which happens all over, you know, corporate America, everywhere, sports, everywhere that we could think of, acting gigs. We see it everywhere.
ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski shut down nepotism claims, saying the NBA owes it owners, coaches, front offices, Lakers, but family since '79 Jazz. Austin Ames climbed through lineage. Mike Malone, dad's legacy paved his path. Nuggets, Josh Croy rides Stan's coattails. The league is stacked with family dynasties. Proving Bronny's spot isn't an anomaly, it's just business as usual.
Hell with them other niggas who daddy ain't up at GameStop and can't get them no job, nigga. Shout out to Philly dog. Yeah.
That's a great analogy. My dad, when I graduated high school, he got me and all my homies jobs at the GameStop warehouse.
Yeah. So homie,
and we didn't earn it. We didn't earn it.
But did y'all appreciate it?
Oh, of course.
Did it enhance some of y'all life?
Definitely.
Some call Bronny's rise black nepotism, a rare flex in a league favoring white dynasties. LeBron giving Bronny a leg up, just doing what wealthy families have done for generations, now under a microscope.
Is it fair? No. But life ain't fair, young people. Homie, sometimes you can work hard and not go nowhere in life. Sometimes you can do everything right, work hard, follow all the rules, do everything, and still not get picked. Life ain't fair.
Stephen A. Smith broke through the chaos with a voice that made everyone pause. Back in March 2025, LeBron confronted him courtside at a Lakers Knicks game over his Bronny criticism. The viral clip forced Stephen A. to publicly respond, turning private tension into a headline-grabbing spectacle that fueled the debate even further.
I think one of the important things to bring up is what, what you brought up in regards to the nepotism, because I don't want to hear it either, and I really appreciate and applaud you for bringing it up, because you hear people mumbling about that in the weeks and the days leading up to the draft. It is something that has permeated throughout the NBA for quite some time, okay? And on all levels, and no one has said anything. It's never been an issue that I can remember.
In a shocking twist, Stephen A. flipped the script on his show after LeBron aired his side on Pat McAfee's show, turning the courtside confrontation into a media spectacle everyone's talking about.
When I talked about Bronny James early in the season, and I highlighted the fact that at that particular moment in time, he simply was not ready, I was calling out LeBron James. LeBron James never addresses that with anybody, and for some reason, no one ever asked him about that. Wasn't it you who said that Bronny James was better than some players in the NBA right now before he was even drafted? Wasn't it you who said, if you want me, draft my son because you wanted to play with your son for 1 year? Wasn't it you who literally circumvented meritocracy within the National Basketball Association?
The LeBron-Stephen A. clash became a headline-grabbing subplot, with Stephen A. defending his stance in pure, fiery fashion only he can deliver.
He's lying when he says that I attacked his son. When he came up to me courtside at the Lakers-Knicks game, he was lying then. He threw me off guard because he said, you can't be pooping on my son because we over FCC Airways. You can't be doing that. I didn't know what he was talking about, so it threw me off. Had he came up to me and said, what the hell are you doing talking about me as a father? I would say it's because of what you were doing with your son on the basketball court for public consumption.
LeBron's hype hasn't helped, claiming Bronny was better than half the league pass stars before the draft aged horribly. Now, every shot, every coach clash, every stat feeds a nonstop debate. Does Bronny even belong in the NBA, or is it all family privilege?
And the only reason he's in the NBA because he's LeBron's son. Nepotism, brother. Stephen A. got the right to say that. You can't get mad at me about my opinion.
The real tragedy, Bronny, a young player in the NBA's harshest arena, can't escape his father's shadow. The Lakers, the fans, the media, they're all obsessed with LeBron, not Bronny's growth. Yet by Jan 2026, across 45 games, he's shown glimpses, 6 points, 1 assist, 0 rebounds, 30% shooting. Numbers stink, but flashes of potential peak through the chaos. The question remains, can talent rise by legacy and hype?
Earning his stripes and participating against that lesser competition and busting there, you know what, to show that he deserves to be in the NBA. Because even though people are gonna hate no matter what, the legitimacy of their arguments are gonna dissipate drastically once you continue to show out like that. Once you continue to show that you belong like you started showing last night. Congratulations to Bronny James, but keep it up. It's a marathon, baby. It ain't a sprint.
And Deck 31, 2025, running up the G League, 20 points on 8-11 shooting, 5 rebounds, 7 assists vs Memphis Hustle. Finally, a glimpse of NBA potential amid scrutiny. Strengths, defense, athleticism, playmaking, bursts of aggression. Weaknesses, inconsistent shooting, poor assist to turnover ratio, undersized frame. The pressure, the legacy, and the spotlight make every game more than stats. It's survival under a microscope.
Yeah, we're not rolling the dice. There was not enough data on it. It's like you have a cardiac arrest, it is over. We don't want this on our resume. They was not going back to perform the play. And he told me, he was like, man, I'm gonna be honest, it took me about 2.5 years to finally get back to just normalcy. Like my body, my mind, and he said when it happened to me, I was 23 years old. Bronny was 19 years old, and he's like, it's gonna take a little time, and I reason with that, but also he's doing things right now less than 2 years.
Yeah.
And it's because of his determination.
In July
2023, Bronny suffered cardiac arrest at USC from a congenital defect, missing half the season. Surviving that at 19 and returning to elite basketball takes insane mental strength. In a rare March 2025 interview, he admitted the nepotism debate motivates him. I see everything. It fuels me a little bit.
LeBron ain't perfect, and I'm one of the first to point out his imperfections on the basketball court, of course. Nowhere else. But let me tell you something. He's an all-time great. He's never cheated the game. And that brother works his tail off to improve all the time. Emulate Pops to the best of your ability, and you'll be just fine.
And yet the Lakers stay patient as of Jan 2026. No trades, no cuts. Despite Bronny's shaky stats, the team, struggling at 25-20, keeps faith, playing the long game, banking on potential over performance, while the league watches every misstep under a microscope.
Turn it over in practice, I'm gonna say something to you. You do something on film, I'm gonna say something to you. That's the only way it works, because as we all know, and you've been around teams, the second the rules are different for him, you might lose the other players on the team. So you have to go into this with a plan. But the plan is simple, Malika. Do the right thing. The right thing is coach him. Coach him to win.
As long as LeBron James' shadow looms over the court, as long as debates about nepotism and meritocracy rage, and as long as every misstep shot and sideline clash is captured, Bronny James will stay at the center of one of sports' most intense narratives. From viral coach blowups to G-League walk-offs, from health scares to flashes of potential, he's a 21-year-old navigating a storm no rookie has ever faced. Not just LeBron's son, but a young player carving his own path if we let him. The question is, will the world ever give him that chance?